Hello everyone and welcome to episode 18 of the WMMA 5 series here on the channel. It's Pride FC in the year 2002 as it's Pride 22. Oh man! As Pride 22 Beast from the East 2 as before we get into the card and whatnot, we run the show. We do have to, we'll go through some mail real quick, what's going on in the world. So Tank Abbott got jailed. He is in jail for 6 months after being convicted of assault. So that's fun. That happened at the end of July. So really, it's down to going on 4. Once the end of September ends. So that's fun. Dario Matsui is going to be on hiatus for a while, which is not a huge blow. We extended Carlos Newton as well as Josh Barnett. I thought this was interesting, as we both signed as we signed Melvin Manhoff and Nate Corey to go to rings. They had a match in Pride 1, or in Pride 1, and M1 Global, as Melvin Manhoff defeated Nate Corey by TKO. As, let's see if we can look at just the fight history real quick. And it was rated good, so that's good. And that was Nate Corey's first loss, and that was 1:18 in the first round. So pretty quick fight. But yeah, I figured that was a little fun, a little interesting. So that makes Nate Corey 3-1, as obviously, and I think Melvin Manhoff still has a weird-ass record. Yeah, 4-1-2, thanks to his early fights going to draws. But still, he's getting better, though. He's going to get to the point where hopefully we can sign him to a contract, or we'll bring him up, rather, from rings. As Andrei Arlovsky left the Lion's Den after falling out with Alex Andrade, as Czech Congo, as we signed him to a deal, basically a developmental deal with rings, Czech Congo and Matt Serra, which Matt Serra is kind of more of the big deal. Czech Congo, I think when we signed him, he was 0-2. No, he was 1-2. Yeah. So we got that going for us. We got a young heavyweight in the wings waiting for us in Czech Congo. I always loved Czech Congo. It is just kind of in the UFC early kind of, no, I wouldn't say early, like the midish, early midish UFC days. I always thought he was the fucking man. As Kazuya Vegeta is joining the Dakata Dojo, so that's fun. And we extended Josh Barnett's deal. So I don't think Andrei Arlovsky has picked a team yet. Let's see if we can kind of. Don't think so. So that's fun. We'll see. We'll see, as he's still got a while. He's got till Pride 23, got till the next card. So yeah, that's just kind of where we're at. We're still gonna keep the Heath Herring fucking injury deal until we finally book Carlos Barreto and Heath Herring. But that's just kind of where we're at in the world. As let's run this show. As of course it is, Ice Cold Igor's first ever defense. Pete Williams, Mark Coleman, Pete Williams' Pride FC debut. Anderson Silva and Pat Miletich. That should be a fun-ass fight. Overeem and Carlos Barreto. Volken and Ogawa. Was a 255-pound Ogawa. Dennis Hallman, Evan Tanner. And then the prelims as Yano and Yuki Kondo. Fabricio Werdum and Alexander Otsuka. Fabricio Werdum's debut fight. So that's fun. Let's see, we're looking at the fucking fight analysis here, as this is obviously Ice Cold Igor's first defense. If he does successfully defend it, that is a new record for the belt, as obviously Kevin Randleman lost his first fight as the Pride Heavyweight Champion against Ice Cold Igor. Two of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world. Igor's ranked 2nd. Barnett's ranked 9th. This is the 3rd time Ice Cold Igor has main evented a Pride show, which is kind of low, actually. For seeing how fucking awesome Ice Cold Igor is. But Barnett has won 3 of his last 5 fights by decision. It's the first time they have fought. Barnett will enjoy a significant weight advantage, and he has an 8-inch reach advantage. Plus, he has all the Blurcat staff picked, but one, Mark J. is going with the champion. So Josh Barnett still hasn't lost yet in Pride, but he hasn't had really a great fight in a while. So we'll see what happens here. If there's a guy who can get a great fight out of Josh Barnett, it's probably Ice Cold Igor. As the co-main event, they have fought once before at UFC 17 Redemption in 1998, which Pete Williams won by knockout. Coleman trains at Hammer House, which Pete Williams has an overall record of 0-1 against the other current members of that team. Williams trains at Lions Den, which Mark Coleman has a overall record of 0-1 against other current members of that team, which that might just be against fucking Pete Williams, unless they're not counting that. But I'm assuming not, since fucking Williams is 0-1 against Hammerhouse guys. As Coleman has won 4 of his last 5 fights by decision. Pete Williams is ranked 8th in the heavyweights division in Pride, which Coleman's 10th. This is, of course, Pete Williams' debut. And the Blue Cat staff have Mark Coleman as their pick. But Mark J, again, going with the upset, and Steve this time joining Williams. As, let's see, as Anderson, the Spider, Silva, and the Croatian sensation, Pat Miletich. Silva's finished 4 of his last 5 opponents. Both are ranked, world ranked middleweights, as Miletich is 6th and Silva's 23rd. Betting lines have Pat Miletich as a big favorite to win. But this is a big step for Anderson Silva, not the biggest step that we took on fucking Frank Shamrock, I believe, if I am correct there, at our previous his previous fight. It was, which I mean, he was on a bit of a hot streak, taking on Hoist Gracie, Guy Metzger, and before that, fucking Chael Sonnen. But we'll see what happens. That's another big test for Anderson Silva, but I think it's a lot closer than what the betting lines say. As Alistair the Demolition Man Overeem versus Carlos Moreno. Overeem's finished 3 of his last 5 opponents. Both fighters are world-ranked super heavyweights. Barreto's 8th and Overeem's 15th. Barreto trains the Brazilian top team, which Overeem is 1-0 against the other current members of that team. And, Overeem is 7-0 as far as the Blue Cat staff picks go. It's Volken in Ogawa. As Ogawa submitted 3 of his last 5 opponents, Ogawa trains at the Takada Dojo, which Volken has an overall record of 1-0 against other current members of that team. Han is ranked 18th in the heavyweights division in Pride, which Ogawa's 19th. Ogawa will enjoy a significant weight advantage and the 6-inch reach advantage, but this is Volken's Pride debut, and Steve is going with Volken, and the other 6 Blur Cat staff picks are going to Ogawa. As then the opener, this is a pretty crazy opener, to be honest. As Superman, Dennis Hallman, Evan Tanner. Hallman has won 4 of his last 5 by decision. First time they fought, Tanner will enjoy a significant weight advantage, and he has all the Blur Cat staff picks 7-0. As the first of 2 prelim fights, as Yano taking on Yuki Kondo, as Yano trains at Takada Dojo. Kondo has an overall record of 1-1 against the other current members of that team. Yano's won 4 of his last 5 by decision, and Yuki Kondo's 21st in the middleweight division in Pride, which Yano is 24th. And a pretty mixed bag from the Blur Cat staff picks, as both guys are making their Pride debuts, both from rings, getting called up here for the prelims, as Yano's got 3 picks, and Kondo's got 4. As the opener, the first ever fight we'll see out of the fucking gate. The opening prelim, Fabricio Werdum versus the Diabuch Alexander Otsuka. It's his first time they fought, obviously, as this is Fabricio Werdum's pro debut. He is going to have a 5-inch reach advantage, and he's got the Blur Cat staff picks, with Chris W. and Matt are going with Otsuka, so kind of close. I think out of that whole card, out of the 8 fights, 2 of them were only the Blur Cat staff picks, have them 7-0. So we'll see how it goes, though. I think this is surprisingly a little too close, maybe. We'll see what happens, though. As our referee, our judges, minus 200, plus 150, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu wrestling backgrounds from both of them, respectively. As, obviously, it's going to go to the ground very quickly. We'll see what happens. So, Zuka's fighting in front of his home crowd tonight. He gets a big cheer as he makes his entrance. Round 1 begins. Otsuka moves forward, constantly trying to pressure Werdum into striking. As Werdum lands a left hand in the exchange, Otsuka throws 2 quick punches, but doesn't hit either of them. Both fighters step in to strike. Otsuka's off target with a jab, it lands a right hook. Werdum is off target with a left jab, it hits a right cross. So, exactly not what I thought was going to start off. 2 guys kind of trading strikes here to start it off. Both fighters come together and strike. Werdum dodges a right hand and counterattacks with a quick left jab and a big right hand that just misses. 2 fighters engage some more. Otsuka connects with a left hand. Werdum uses the left jab but doesn't find the mark with a right hook. And it looks like Werdum has been cut underneath the eye. That's not good. As Otsuka acknowledges some extractions from the corner with a curt nod of the head and returns his full attention to the fight. Both fighters move and engage. Otsuka hits a left jab but doesn't connect with the right hand. Verdum, it's a 2-punch combo, a quick left and a straight right, as now Otsuka's cut above the eye. That is, both men are cut. Both men, blood is dripping off the faces as both fighters engage. Werdum misses a big right hand, but putting him off balance, allowing Otsuka to attack with a left jab and a right cross that just misses. They step in and strike. Werdum slips past the right hook attempt and lands a left hand. They land strikes, but nothing significant lands. They come together and strike. Werdum slips past the right hook and counters with a left jab and a right hook that is ducked. Both fighters step in to strike some more. Neither fighter manages to find the target in exchange for strikes. Otsuka doesn't connect with the left jab and also misses the right hand. Werdum doesn't find the mark with a right hook. They step in to strike again. They throw, but neither can land a shot. Oof. As Otsuka's off target with a jab, it also misses the right hook. When's someone gonna land something there? As now the referee's pausing so both of them can be checked. That's fun. I think that's a first for the fucking series. Both guys have been stopping for the fight to be checked on. As, alright, we're gonna keep going. It's restarted. Maybe someone will land something here. As Otsuka dodges a right hand and counterattacks with a jab and a right hook that is avoided at the last second. Both fighters step in to strike. Werdum lands a left jab but misses with the right hand. Otsuka misses a jab but hits a right cross. They engage. Otsuka misses a right cross that leaves him wide open to the counter. Werdum comes in with a quick left jab and a big right hand that just misses. And now for the first time, Otsuka's starting to breathe a little heavier now. They move in and engage. Otsuka misses a jab but scores with the right hook. Werdum finds a way past his opponent's guard and lands a sharp 1-2. They engage some more. Otsuka misses a right hook and leaves himself open to be countered with a left jab and a right hook. As exchange of strikes happens in the ring, right in the center of the ring, but nothing comes of it. They engage some more. Werdum slips past the right hook attempt and attacks with the right cross. Take a few gulps of breath. Werdum is giving a first hint that he's starting to tire a touch. Looking a bit tense now, Otsuka moves around the ring. Otsuka initiates an exchange of strikes. Werdum misses the left hand in exchange. Otsuka throws a quick 1-2 but doesn't land either blow. Again, coming forward and starting the strike exchange is Otsuka, but Werdum fires off a counter jab. Throws a 2-punch combo, but Werdum avoids both of them. They exchange a few strikes, but nothing significant lands. As Otsuka's looking shattered, initiates a clinch to buy some recovery time. As Werdum is looking to muscle Otsuka back up against the ropes, he does. As now he's looking for a trip takedown. There's the trip takedown, a superb outside leg trip. Werdum attempts to move to mount as he tries to sweep from the bottom, but he gets rolled and gives up his back, does Otsuka. And now he pounds away, but Otsuka's in trouble by the strikes. He blocks Otsuka's as he tries to roll over, and that's the end of the round. You have to get at the Fabricio Werdum. We'll look at the fight metrics here. Standing-wise, yeah, they landed more strikes. The takedown really was the fucking icing on the cake for sure. That's so funny. It felt like they would have landed a lot more strikes. Shows you how kind of much of a shit show this fight is. As with 5 minutes left in the fight, let's see what happens in the second round. Otsuka initiates an exchange of strikes. Werdum lands a left hand in the exchange. Otsuka throws a 2-punch combo, but Werdum avoids both of them. Two fighters come forward and engage. Otsuka doesn't connect the left jab and also misses the right hook. Werdum is off target with a jab and also misses the right hand. Otsuka's definitely showing his gas tank is being challenged here. They engage in the center. Werdum counters the right hand with a jab, and it counters a right hand with a jab and a solid right hand. As Werdum uses his reach advantage there, picking Otsuka off at range. As he's looking shattered, can't stop Werdum pulling him into a clinch. As now Werdum attempts to drag him down to the ground. He does. Now he gets sexy. Oh, now he's looking for a fucking triangle from the bottom. As Werdum cannot secure the arm, and Otsuka is able to skillfully slip to side control. He's breathing very hard. Otsuka's looking rugged out there. Otsuka fires off a handful of punches, each easily being blocked with gloves. Takes a few right hands to the body. As now Werdum does well to transition to full guard. Again, Otsuka fires off a few punches, but they aren't thrown with any great force. Werdum drags Otsuka in close, then he hits him with a couple of short punches. Otsuka lunges forward and slams his shoulder in Werdum. With a quick movement, Otsuka throws a shoulder smash to the face and upper chest of Werdum. As he gets pulled in tight and takes a couple of short, sharp punches to the side of the head. As again, another shoulder smash to the face and upper chest. As another lunge forward and slams his shoulder in Werdum. As Werdum tries to secure an arm, again, Otsuka fends it off and spins to side and drill and great show of skill, but that's the end of the fight. Yeah, I gotta give that to Fabricio Werdum. As, yeah. Even though that round looked like Otsuka kinda won it, but, I don't know. I think I'd still have to give that to Fabricio Werdum still, yeah. And he wins, 1-0, as Alexander Otsuka is now 2-9. Rated average, we'll take it. Thanks to the sponsors and all of his fans, as says he's delighted to win on his MMA debut, and that he feels great for going forward. There's no doubt that Fabricio Werdum benefits from being interviewed. He knows the value of building a name value, so that's huge there. As Yano and Yuki Kondo in the middleweight division, it's pretty close, plus 190, minus 250 Takata Dojo, catch wrestling, as then the Judo Shunjiro Kimbo style, rather, as interesting style, the Kimbo Judo style. We'll see what happens. As referee, ringside judges, as Yano, unsurprising, gets a loud ovation from the crowd, as that's the opening bell. Touch gloves. Kondo can't connect to a set of strikes, but then lands a big right hand. As Yano gets in close and clinches with Kondo, he tries to take Kondo down, and he does. And now he's got side control. Yano punches down at Kondo, but they're easy taking on the gloves. Kondo tries to transition the guard, but he can't manage it. As Yano throws a few weak-looking punches, he decides his next move. Yano blocks Kondo as he tries to transition the guard. He throws a few left hands as he takes a moment to plan ahead. Yano punches down at Kondo, but they are easily taken on the gloves. As Yano blocks the attempt to pull guard. Yano throws a few strikes, but is clearly slowing things down so he can catch his breath. Yano blocks Kondo as he tries to transition the guard. Yano fires off a handful of punches, each easily being blocked with gloves. Kondo tries to move the guard, but Yano doesn't allow it. And in a lengthy stalemate period, the referee stands to back up, as he looked like he was going for the takedown first, but Kondo took the initiative first. He can't hit the setup left jab, but he hits this nice straight right. And Kondo again, now Kondo this time looking for the takedown. Yano almost stops the takedown, but is left hopping on one leg while Kondo holds the other one. So Kondo settles for pushing him up against the ropes now, as he's got looking to try to take him down by going low and taking out both legs. Kondo can't get the takedown as Yano wrestles his way into a dominant position. 0 for 2 on takedowns for Yuki Kondo. As halfway into the first round, Yano shows great control, keeping Kondo pressed up against the ropes. As very little happening, as there are some short punches and some posturing. As, again, Kondo can't get free, getting muscled by the strength and the fucking size of, 20 pounds on him, rather, as the grueling grappling contest continues for the next 60 seconds. Both fighters looking to avoid leaving any openings. As again, the referee separates them. As stepping in, Yano aggressively gets a dominant clinch position. As again, he's trying to muscle up against the ropes. He does so. As, now he's got him pinned. Yano tries a foot stomp, but that puts him off balance. That allows Kondo to turn him so that he's ended up with his backs to the ropes. And now he's looking for a trip takedown. He cannot get the trip takedown. As it may have been blocked, but Yano's still stuck against the ropes. He can't set himself free. Again, trying for the he gets the fucking takedown. 1 for 4 on takedowns for Yuki Kondo, as now Yuki Kondo's in side control. Does a few strikes, but is clearly slowing things down so he can catch his breath. Yano tries to pull guard on Kondo, but doesn't get anywhere with the attempt. Minute left in the round. Attempts to move mount. He almost gets mount, but Yano bucks his hips and starts scrambling as Kondo ends up in guard. Kondo pounds away, but Yano clearly deals with him. He doesn't let Yano pull him and close to be smothered. Fires off a few rights, but Yano's in trouble by them, and that's the end of the round. It's a tough one to really call. It's pretty close. I'd have to give it to Yano, honestly. He's got the strikes. He's got the takedowns 1 for 1. We'll see what happens, though. Still, I got a whole second round. See what happens. Maybe Yuki Kondo can sway the fight to him to make it a split decision or even a draw. Hopefully the next round will produce a little bit more action. As final round, 5 minutes left in the fight. Let's see what happens. A quick exchange of strikes doesn't lead to anything. Kondo hits a left jab and hits a high right kick to the side of the head. Jesus Christ. Yano looked like he was going to step in and grapple, but Kondo simply took the initiative first as he lands a left hand and hits Yano with a straight right. Seeing his opponent about to shoot in, Yano timed it well and moved in to start the clinch. Yano's looking to muscle Kondo back up against the ropes. He does so, as now he's going to smother him now. Next minute becomes a stalemate as neither fighter risks leaving a crucial opening. As Yano shows his grappling ability by trapping Kondo up against the trapped ropes, and the next minute or so sees them hitting each other with short punches from that position. 60 seconds left in the fight now. That shows his ability to grind down opponents. Yano's keeping Kondo pressed against the ropes. Another fucking stalemate. Referee breaks it up, brings him to the center. As again, Yano times it well, starts to clinch. That's the end of the second round. What a boring-ass second round that was. I hope Yuki Kondo at least gets a split decision for at least starting off that round pretty hot. But again, yeah, Yano lands the more strikes, so that's going to be a unanimous decision for Yano, making that 9-3 for him. Oh, wow. So there is going to be a split. Yuki Kondo getting a vote, Yano with a vote, and then Yano with a vote. So at least we pushed it to a split decision. Yeah, it was rated poor. As, we might have to send them back down the rings. Oof. Yeah, that was not good. As Yano gives a name check to everyone at the Kata Dojo, all of his various sponsors, then all of his friends, family, supporters. As, Yuki Kondo might do well here, but just Yano, his style is just boring as fuck. We really don't need a boring-ass middleweight division. As, yeah, we might send him down to fucking rings again. Even though he just won, I feel kind of bad, but it is what it is. We're looking for exciting fights. As our first main fight is up next. Superman Dennis Hallman versus Evan Tanner, 24-6, 26-5-9, 170. As Evan Tanner, 31, 6'2", 185. The Pit versus Team Quest, both wrestling jiu-jitsu backgrounds, both kind of evenly matched, betting line 270 plus 210. We'll see what happens here. So our referee, our judges, as Tanner is the much larger fighter, 25-pound advantage. We'll see what happens here. So that's the opening bell. We start with a touch of gloves. Tanner chooses to shoot in on Hallman. As he does, he gets the takedown 1-for-1 on takedowns for Evan Tanner, as Hallman has to pull guard now from the bottom. Oh god, Hallman grabs a guillotine off the takedown. Tanner's in trouble now, as Tanner pulls his head free before the guillotine can be sunk in properly. That could have been real bad, as for the moment, Tanner's content to just throw a couple of punches to the body, as he blocks attempted sweep, throws a few relatively weak-looking right hands, as he throws a few right hands as he takes him on the plane ahead. Hallman is controlled against the ground, unable to shift Tanner off of him, as he clings very tight to Hallman while using short strikes, clearly trying to minimize the threat of a submission attempt. As he's looking for a triangle choke, he gets it! Tanner's in, he's in huge trouble now. It's not over yet. He could slam his way out of it, he could flip his way out of it, but this is not looking good. He's got the triangle choke locked in deep. As I picked him up in a fucking power bomb. Hell yeah. We get a power bomb to open up the show. As, that is not good for Dennis Hallman. As he doesn't let go, though. And he taps out. That's a bad motherfucker, Dennis Hallman, right there. He's gonna take a power bomb out of the triangle choke, but he keeps it locked in, and Tanner has to tap out. Dennis Hallman, the Superman, withstands the slam, and he wins by submission with the triangle choke. 21-4. The upset win from the bottom, gets the triangle choke. Great job there. What a good fucking fight. As that was fun. That was a fun finish. As Dennis Hallman thanks everyone connected to the Pit, having prepared for this fight, and his sponsors for supporting him financially, showing respect. He praises Tanner for his skill and toughness. As Volken versus Naoya Ogawa, 16-10-1 no contest for Volken at 41 years old at 6'3", 235. Naoya Ogawa is 34, 6'4", 255, 6'1", 6-1 rather. Judo background, of course, with the Takata Dojo, with the -110 betting line. Referee Yuji Shimada, is our referee. Our judges. Fight begins. Touch gloves. Han gets in close and clinches with Ogawa. Complete control of the clinch. Han tries to complete a takedown. He does. He's 1-for-1 on takedowns. Ogawa's on his back down. He's his pull guard. As looking for a leg lock is my God. As Volken tries to break the guard apart. As Ogawa blocks it by keeping his guard secure. Han gets pushed back thanks to a butterfly guard, and Ogawa quickly scrambles. It's a bad choice, though, as Han seizes the opportunity, leaps forward, secures side control. Throws a few weak-looking punches as he decides on his next move. Ogawa transitions to half guard. Han starts trying to work to get out of half guard into a better position. Goddamn, he's in fucking mount now, with 7:50 left in the fight. He pounds away on Ogawa, but few the shots land clean. Ogawa's in trouble with the right hands. As Volken blocks a sweep from Ogawa. Pounds away with rights, but Ogawa covers up. Only a couple of managed to get through. As landing a few clean shots, but not many. Pounds on away with right hands, but doesn't really do a great deal of damage. Again, isn't doing a great deal of damage. Blocks the sweep again. Halfway into the first round, Han fires off some right hands, but Ogawa's in trouble by them. Can't sweep from the bottom. Ogawa's comfortably dealing with the punches from the bottom, or from Mount rather. Can't budge him off the fucking sweep again, as again isn't troubled. Tries to sweep, but he doesn't. As again deals with him comfortably. As he's trying to wiggle his way to half guard. Oh, he controls it rather. And loads with some right hands, but Ogawa's again clearly dealing with him. He blocks another attempt. As trying to get enough space to pull half guard, but Volken doesn't allow it. More right hands that don't land anything significant. Again, can't get the sweep. Again, he's firing off punches that aren't doing damage. Again, he can't sweep. Again with the right hands. Again with no mount. Again with the rights. Okay. So obviously Volken won just from the takedown and just laying praying. As we'll see what happens in the second round. But if he gets another takedown, he's going to do the same thing. He's going to win. There's the bell. He steps in, working his way into a dominant position to clinch. He's got him clinched now, looking for the takedown. But Ogawa blocks the takedown. Now he's got control of the grapple. Now he's got his back up against the ropes. As he's got him again. Looking for a judo throw. He gets the excellent outside leg trip. As now Ogawa has no problem getting side control. Now he's just throwing a couple of punches just to be in control. He blocks the attempt to pull guard. Throws a few weak-looking punches. Decides his next move. Tries to pull guard on Ogawa, but doesn't get anywhere with the attempt. Again, throwing a few weak-looking punches. As some small strikes, he tries to catch his breath. A few right hands to the body. Tries to pull guard on Ogawa, does Volken, but doesn't get anywhere with the attempt. But the referee, Yuji Shimada, stands him back up, though. We had 7 minutes of Volken just laying and praying, but the referee, Yuji Shimada, wants to step in now, with 32 seconds left in the fight. He's taking a few gulps of breath. Volken is giving a first hint that he's starting to tire a touch. Same thing with Ogawa. As again, Volken aggressively getting the dominant position. Again, trying to wrestle him to the ground. But again, Ogawa blocks the takedown attempt. And that's the end of the fight. You know, Ogawa won the second round, but I don't think it's going to matter. It might be a split decision by some people, but I don't see Volken not getting out of this with the unanimous decision win. We'll see. Yeah. That's tough. It's tough. Decent. Volken at 41 years old, 17-10-1 no contest. Ogawa 6-2 now. As Volken thanks everyone connected to Red Devil Sport for helping him prepare for this fight, and his sponsors for supporting him financially. Visibly delighted, Volken celebrates starting his Pride career with a win. As Alistair, the Demolition Man, Overeem versus Carlos Barreto. As Alistair, the Demolition Man, Overeem at 6'5", 240, a big motherfucker. But Carlos Barreto, a big motherfucker in his own right, 6'4", 235. 4-3, 12-15, plus 250 rather, plus 190. A Muay Thai background for Alistair Overeem, a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu background from Carlos Barreto. We'll see what happens here. As Yuji Shimada staying out there for this fight. Round one begins. Overeem stalks Barreto to back him up into the corner. Barreto misses a left-handed exchange. Overeem connects with a nice jab and then hits a nice straight right hand that lands hard. He stalks forward. Overeem backs Barreto up towards the corner. As again, Barreto hits a jab in the exchange. As Overeem hits a left hand, but Barreto avoids the big right. Again, stalking him back into the corner. He moves into the pocket. He can't connect the setup strikes, but he hits a nice straight right hand. Neither fighter can land anything significant. Again, stalking him in the corner. Again, stepping into the pocket. A jab is wide, but a big right head kick is wide of the mark. Oh, he connects with the jab, rather. I fucked up. As Overeem stalks Barreto, forcing him back into the corner. Overeem avoids a jab, is able to move into the pocket. Lands two jabs, and it's a nice straight right hand that lands hard. As he moves in close, looking to open up an attack. He looked like he was going to shoot, but Overeem simply took the initiative first. Jab is wide from Overeem, and he lands a right hand. As Overeem lands a left hand in the and then scores a leg kick. As Overeem's just slowing a little bit now. He's getting into the gas tank a bit. As he coolly stalks Barreto. So now he's trapped in the corner. He avoids a jab, is able to move into the pocket. A jab lands from Overeem, following the leg kick miss. as he can't connect to the set of strikes, but then hits a body kick. Again, stalking him back into the corner, lands a left hand in the exchange. Doesn't trouble his opponent with a combination ending in a body kick, stalks Moreno back towards the corner of the ring. Moreno fires off a counter jab, he connects with a nice jab, then gets Moreno with a crunching right hook. Overeem stalks Moreno back towards the corner, confidently steps into the pocket. Lands two hands, but Moreno evades a big right punch. He coolly stalks Moreno so he's trapped in the corner. Lands a left hand in exchange. Attacking with quick flurry, Overeem lands three punches but misses with the right body kick. Overeem moves in close, ready to attack. A jab lands from Overeem, but Moreno avoids the low kick that is the setup. He's starting to push himself now. His corner responds by urging him on a little louder. As stalking forward, again, Overeem backs Moreno up into the corner. Lands a left hand in exchange, does Moreno. As Overeem can't connect with the jab and then hits Moreno with a straight right hand. Again, he's constantly pressuring Moreno. Moreno hits a counter left hand. As Overeem lands a left hand, then he catches Moreno with a low kick to the front leg. Again, they come together with strikes, but neither can land anything worthwhile. Overeem is looking ragged now, as Carlos Moreno might have rope-a-doped him. He raises his arm and plays to the crowd, although he has never taken his eyes off his opponent. Two fighters stand and trade strikes, neither land anything significant. He stumbles his way into a clinch. He looks shattered as Overeem tries to wrestle Moreno backwards up against the ropes. Doesn't manage it, though. Moreno defended it well, as again he's trying to wrestle him up against the ropes. As Moreno out-wrestles him. As wanting to take it to the ground, Moreno attempts to drag Overeem into the ground. It's unsuccessful, as Overeem blocks it and takes control of the grapple. I collected too many times. Now they're trying to push him up against the ropes. He does so. As now he's looking to get him into a more tight clinch with 2 minutes left in the fight. He does so. Or 2 minutes left in the first round. As he partially blocks a knee strike enough to allow him to wrestle free of the clinch. As he closes in on Moreno, does Overeem, looking to unleash some strikes. Lands a left jab, but finds nothing but air on the big right. He looks confident, shortening the range, looks to strike. He can't connect the set of strikes, but lands a low kick to the legs. Minute left in the first round. He comes forward with the attack, does Overeem. As Moreno throws a counter left jab, but doesn't connect. A nice feint from Overeem causes Moreno to open up. Throws a quick one too, but doesn't land either blow. He's looking very blown up. Moreno comes in looking for the takedown. He does so. Takedown with 27 seconds left in the fight. I did it again in the first round. As the time slips away, as Moreno successfully keeps Overeem stuck against the ground. That's the end of the first round. Yeah, you have to give that to Overeem. If Moreno can shoot in on the takedown in the second round, he might be able to steal this one away from him. Overeem is blown up. That's, doing all that stuff standing-wise really blew him up. We'll see what happens, though. As, here we go. It looked like we were about to see a shot from Moreno, but Overeem was more aggressive and took the initiative. Overeem lands a left hand and catches Moreno with a right hook to the body. Lands a left hand, but with the following leg kick misses. May have been setting up to shoot, but Overeem aggressively took the initiative. Throws a quick one, too, but doesn't land either blow. Moreno is limping slightly. All those fucking leg kicks. Overeem connects with a jab, but Moreno evades the big right punch. They step in to strike. Overeem uses the left jab, but doesn't get a leg kick. As Moreno scores with a jab and misses the big right hand. As, again, Moreno grabs Overeem, who's looking shattered, and pulls him into the clinch. Overeem's trying to force Moreno into a more tight clinch. Can't fight it off and ends up caught in it. Overeem keeps control of the clinch despite missing the knee strike. As there's a knee to the ribs. As he's out of gas now with 2:40 left in the fight. He loses the more tight clinch after a knee strike misses and gives Moreno the opportunity to wrestle free. They meet in the center. Overeem uses the left jab and also lands a leg kick. Moreno uses the left jab and finds his right cross blocked. Again, they come forward and engage. He misses the right cross and then leaves him open for the counter, which Overeem attacks with a right hook. And Moreno got poked in the eye on the last shot, and the fight temporarily halts. That's not good. A fucking eye poke. Jesus. As the referee gives him a few moments to recover in the neutral corner. And it's restarted. As taking a few gulps of breath, Moreno is giving a first hint that he's starting to tire a touch. They come together and strike. Moreno uses the left jab as a connect with the right hand. As Overeem hits a jab and fails on the leg, a kick. As Overeem isn't able to resist being pulled in the clutch by Moreno. As Moreno again trying to sharp leg sweep it to the floor. But he doesn't get it. Overeem blocked it. Again looking for a leg sweep. He gets it though. Outside leg trip. And he sweeps Overeem down the ground. As now he's in side control with 35 seconds left. Pounds away with punches, but Overeem deals with him fairly well. as Moreno pounds away on Overeem, landing several good shots in the process, but that's the end. It took too long to take him down. He could have won that fight, just couldn't take him down without any time left really in the fight for him to do any damage. Yeah, such a faster Overeem for sure. There you go, 5-3 for the Demolition Man, 12-6 for Carlos Moreno. As I believe Carlos Moreno's like, don't think he's won a fight in a while. I just completely skipped past poor Alistair Overeem's interview. As the fight here, Anderson, the Spider Silva, the Croatian sensation, Pat Miletich, as this is experience versus size here, as they are, 6'2", 177, 5'10", 177, plus 330, minus 420, fucking blaze up, as 26-4-2, 6-2. We'll see what happens for the old Spider here. As our referee for this fight, our judges for this fight begins. Exchange of blows comes, and really without either fighter landing anything significant. And it's really tentative, but nothing comes of it. As Silva throws a punch, but Miletich, which is equal to it, comes in and grabs Silva in the clinch, catches Silva with a knee strike to the body from the grapple, as Miletich again uses a nice knee strike from the grapple and catches Silva to the side of the stomach. Looking to muscle Silva back up against the ropes. He does so now. He's got him pinned up against the ropes. Looking for a leg sweep, as Silva blocks the attempt by keeping a solid base. As now he's looking for a takedown here. He's looking to grab both legs, take him to the mat. Again, Silva maintains a good base. 0 for 2 on takedowns right off the gate. As he remains trapped against the ropes, though, and can't seem to get free. Again, trying to take him down. And again, Silva blocks it. 0 for 3 on takedowns. As Silva now looking to try to lock Miletich into a Muay Thai clinch. He's got it. Now Miletich has got to get out of the way quickly. As, oh, Jesus. There's a knee to the fucking dome. As he gets a knee to the side of the face there. As he misses the knee strike, but he maintains control of the clinch. As, oh, another one. And he knocked him out with it. Fucking Anderson Silva is a bad man. Like we didn't already know this. But this motherfucker is here to fight. 7-2 now. As Anderson Silva knocks him out with the knee strike out of the Muay Thai clinch. Jesus. Miletich is 26-5-2 now. He hasn't won a Pride fight yet. That was a great fucking fight. That really was. That Anderson Silva. Jesus. I mean, the names he has knocked out here. The names he's beaten. Unbelievable. As Anderson Silva gives a name check to everyone at Shoot the Box, his various sponsors and his friends, family, supporters. He praises Miletich for his skill and toughness, though. See, he took that first knee to the fucking side of the face, no problem. Let's go main event. Pete Williams taking on Mark the Hammer Coleman. 11-5, 16-5. Both are kind of, minus 130, minus 110. Wrestling background, submission wrestling background, Lions Den Hammer House. A tale as old as time, one would say. It's 27-37. We'll see what happens here. Big John McCarthy was our referee. Judges, opening bell. Two fighters touch gloves. As Williams confidently moves in closer, looking to throw some strikes. It looked like we're about to see a shot from Coleman, but Williams was more aggressive and took the initiative. A jab hits home from Williams, then hits Coleman with a straight right. And there's a large gash on the forehead. That's tough, as blood is starting to trickle down into his eyes. Now he's not going to be able to fucking see. As he fails to find a home on his jab, but he scores with the right cross. Lands the left hand and scores the right cross that landed hard. Throws a two-punch combo, but Coleman avoids both of them. Comes in and grabs Williams in a clinch. Looking to take him down. With underhooks, he does. He gets set up a trip, and Williams is left on his back and has to pull guard. As time slips away, is now Coleman just keeping him on the ground. Aware of the submission threat, he keeps it very tight to Williams and peppering him with short strikes. As Coleman deflects a couple of punches that Williams threw from the bottom. Again, peppering with small strikes, making sure to keep it very tight, not to give any room to work with. Again, Williams throws out some punches, but Coleman leans back to avoid them. Throws some minor strikes. Time slips away as Coleman successfully keeps Williams stuck against the ground. As he tries to pass the guard, he passes guard fairly easily, getting to side control halfway into the round there. As he uses side control to hit a knee just above the hip. As here's a knee to the ribs now. As Coleman unloads with some right hands, but Williams is dealing with them comfortably. Again, he tries to pull guard, but again, doesn't get anywhere with the attempt. A vicious knee strike to the ribs. Unloads some right hands, but Williams deals with them comfortably. Tries to transition to guard, but he can't manage it. Coleman throws a few strikes, but they're out without venom. Again, trying to move from the guard, but he can't. Takes a knee to the ribs again. As lack of progress. Big John McCarthy stands back up. As Williams throws a punch, but Coleman avoids it. As Coleman takes the chance to grab Williams into a clinch again. Tries to wrestle him up against the ropes. But he doesn't allow himself to be driven back as Pete Williams. As again trying to wrestle him up against the ropes. And he does so this time around. As Big John McCarthy, as he wants to stop it and see the check on Coleman on the cut. Okay, so it looks like we restart the fight. Here we go. He comes in closer. Does Pete Williams. He looks to attack. A jab is wide from Williams, but then catches Coleman with a beautiful right kick to the side of the fucking head. And Coleman has to cover up, retreating until pressed against the ropes. I think he's got rubbery legs. He is hurt. He is on a fucking Dream Street now, as Williams is trying to capitalize with a massive right hand, but Coleman avoids it. Circling back to the center, Coleman looks like he was regained his composure, as Williams fails to find home for his jab, and then it's Coleman with a beauty of a straight right hand, as it looks like he's fucking broke his nose from that shot, as that's going to affect his breathing. Minute left in the first round. Williams throws a punch, but Coleman was equal to it. He moves in fast, shoots on Williams, and looking for a single leg takedown, but, oh no, he gets it. He does. Oh, he got the single leg takedown. I'm sorry. As Williams is now pulling guard, Coleman throws a few weak right hands and a couple of body shots that are, from the, Coleman deflects a couple of punches, rather, that Williams threw from the bottom. And that's the end of the first round. Tough one to call, because Pete Williams has definitely been fucking him up standing. Obviously, Mark Coleman takedowns and from the ground has been killing it. Some of the knee strikes have been probably brutal, but you have to give that to Coleman now. But Pete Williams definitely has been fucking him up with the broken nose shot, with the head kick. It's tough for Mark Coleman to deal with. We'll see what happens with the 5 minutes left in the fight of this co-main event. Coleman looked like he was going to shoot, but Williams simply took the initiative first, as Williams hits a jab, and then catches Coleman with a right hook. As Williams connects with the jab, but Coleman evades the big right punch. Williams closes the distance, obviously looking to strike. Coleman lands a left hand. Williams throws a two-punch combo, but Coleman avoids both of them. He lands a left jab, and then catches Coleman with a crunching right hook. Lands a left hand, and scores with a right, crosses Williams. He's slowing down a little bit, getting into the gas tank now. As Williams misses all the strikes in the combo, but ended with a head kick attempt. As Coleman seizes the chance and shoots in on Williams. He gets the elbow leg, but Williams remains standing, hopping on the other foot. He drives him to the ropes, halfway into the round now. Left of the fight now, as it isn't pretty, but Coleman has Williams stuck up against the ropes. They remain there, hitting each other with short punches for about a minute or so. Minute 22 left. Coleman tries to smother Williams back up against the ropes, but he wrestles free and circles back to the center. As Coleman now starting to slow, just a touch, perhaps conserving low energy now. Minute left in the fight. Williams fails to find home his jab, but then scores a lovely right head kick, and that could be it. Retreating now. Coleman looks punch drunk. He may be in big trouble. He is covering up the best he can, but he is very unsteady on his feet. And another right head kick lands, and he knocks out Mark Coleman. Knocked him clean out, and it's all over. Pete Williams is 17-5. Mark Coleman 11-6. What a fucking performance. What a great fight that was. What a great co-main. As, it could have been the decision. Could have been Mark Coleman's way. Very well could have went his way. But Pete Williams gets the win. It's a very great stand-up display there by Pete Williams. What a great job there. As giving thanks, Pete Williams praises his team at Lions Den, his various sponsors, and the fans who came out to support him. He's asked who he'd like to fight next. Replies that he has a lot of respect for the skills of Big Nog. All right. Antonio Rodrigo Nogueira, and he thinks that he'd be a great fight. That would be an interesting fight for sure. As the main event, Pride heavyweight title fight. Ice Cold Igor at 5'8", 235, taking on the babyface assassin Josh Barnett at 24 years old, 6'3", 250, 14-1. Catch wrestling background. He's got the betting odds in his favor. We'll see what happens. As this is obviously Pride heavyweight title fight. Our referee, our judges. Barnett is much taller than his opponent, towering over him as the referee gives him their instructions. So here we go. They engage in the center. Igor uses the left jab but misses with the right hand. As Barnett uses the left jab but doesn't find the mark with the right hook. He slips past the right hook and counters with the left hook. As they come together and strike, Barnett dodges the right hand and counterattacks with a jab and a right hand that narrowly fails to connect. They come together and strike. Barnett scores with a left hook as Igor uses left jab and also hits a good right hand as he's moving forward, constantly trying to pressure Barnett and exchanging strikes as Barnett fires off a counter jab. Igor can't connect with the step strikes, so he lands on a right hand. They stand and trade, but all the shots are either off target or safely dealt with. As he's now pressuring Barnett again, stalking him. Now in the pocket, he can't connect with the step strikes, so then scores with the right cross. They come together and strike, but neither fighter can do any damage. Barnett shoots in for the takedown. He gets it. Now Ice Cold Igor's got a pull card. As Barnett smothers Igor with his body by pushing forward and down. Oh god. As again, he's just laying on top of him, just wearing him out, smothering him. As he tries to pass guard. He does, but it's only half guard. Halfway into the first round, fires a few punches, but they aren't thrown with any great force. Again, trying to get his legs free of half guard in a better position. He can't keep his opponent in half guard, and now Barnett's in side control. As he uses side control to hit a knee just above the hip. Again, another knee just above the hip. A few right hands to the body. As now he punches down on Igor, but they're easily taking on the gloves, trying to move to side control to mount. As Barnett takes the back instead. Oh god, this is not good. As a minute left now, he finds himself falling into even more serious trouble by blocking Barnett from getting his hooks in. Tries to get Barnett off his back. That's not going to happen. Turns over and gets free. They're both in the... Oh, well, that does happen. I'm sorry for doubting you, but Igor, Jesus Christ. They both end up scrambling back to their feet. Step into strike. Igor misses the right cross that leaves him wide open to counter, and Barnett comes in with the right hand. Move forward and engage. Barnett dodges the right hand and counterattacks with a left jab and right hook, and that's the end of the first round. A very good, even first round. You have to give that to Barnett. It's going to be tough. That fucking heavyweight title might be a curse. See, it might win it, but you can never defend it. We'll see what happens, though. As 5 minutes left in the second round. They come together and strike, but neither fighter does any damage. Igor comes forward to attack. Barnett hits a counter left hand. Igor can't hit a setup left jab and then scores with a right roundhouse kick to the ribs. He fails to find a home for his jab and then catches Barnett with the right hook. For the first time now, Ice Cold Igor is starting to breathe a little heavier now. They come together and trade leather, but neither fighter really does any damage. They come forward to strike as Igor slips past the right hook at him and attacks with a left cross. As he's pressuring Barnett, hits a pair of jabs in exchange. A jab hits home from Igor, then hits a crunching straight right to the jaw, and he knocks him down. That's what you need. And he moves quickly, kneeling beside Barnett, starts hammering down with punches, unloads with massive rights, and Barnett is getting repelled, and there comes the referee to stop it. TKO win for Ice Cold Igor. Jesus Christ. He did it. He defended this title. The heavyweight title has been defended for the first time now, as he has got his win over the babyface assassin Josh Barnett and the upset win, plus 150. What a fucking fight. What a performance. As he thanks all of his sponsors supporting him, for backing him, then thanks all of his family, friends, supporters. Gives a show of respect to his opponent. What a great fucking main and co-main there, as that was a critical rating of 71. We'll gladly take that. As pretty much the card was really, really great, good stuff there, besides this fucking atrocity there. But that's okay, though. As, man, that started with the Anderson Silva fight. That really changed the fucking... Dude, that was awesome, though. That was a great finish. That was a lot of great fights there. A lot of great fights. Yeah, Anderson Silva's the goddamn man. What a performance from Beast from the East 2. As that will do it for this episode. As we will catch you guys next Monday for what will be Championship Chaos 2, Pride 23. We're hoping that we can get both titles on the line, but, can't really... We'll see what happens. Well, let's just kind of look at the card real quick. Maybe not, though. We was hoping for that. We'll see how, let's see the absences. See how long Igor's going to be out for. It's 6 days. We could do it. Could do it. I'm not sure. He'd probably fight Big Nog. Yeah, I mean, he'll fight Big Nog. So, yeah, that's probably what we're going to do. We're going to have Vanderlei Silva, Dan Anderson. We're going to have Instant Inoue, Frank Sherlock. That's going to kind of be the opener. As we're going to have a 9-match card probably what we're going to do. We might move one of these cards to Cold Fury 3, though. Who knows? But I'm liking this card. I'm liking it. A lot of great fights there. Marco Huss, Andrei Arlovsky, Pedro Hizzo, Mark Kerr. Obviously, Frank Sherlock, Enson Inoue. That's kind of like a number one contendership match for the middleweight title. Then we'll add Igor and Big Nog to that. That's going to be fun. So that's where we're going for Championship Chaos 2. And then we're going to have Pride 24 Cold Fury to end out 2002. And we'll be into 2003 before you know it. As thank you all for watching. We'll catch you guys next time. Take care, everyone.